All right, go on.
Well, let's discuss the Australian team.
Let's discuss
I want
the
to ask you,
Australian
are you happy with the team?
Extremely happy with the team. Congratulations to the players that were selected and earned a blazer, which is very difficult to do.
Yeah.
It is very difficult to earn one of these blazers. It feels like it's harder than ever to get one. They got one and they deserved it. So well done to all who were rewarded with outstanding individual seasons.
I'm not asking you to be the spokesman, but I'm asking you to be the spokesman. How does it arrive at Jeremy Cameron as captain? Now, I love Cameron. I think he's been the best player in the comp probably the last 2.5 years, really. I think there was a point halfway through the season of 22, was it, where he was just amazing. His field kicking was just next level. And it normally goes to a person of stature in their own club, someone who's in the leadership group of their own club, if not captain of their own club. We seem to have moved away from that. Is it a conscious decision to make it a marquee player?
Who would your captain have been first?
No. I think there was a choice of captains
Who?
of their clubs. Well, Jordan Dawson, who was vice captain, I would have thought he would have been in the rank. I would have also thought Noah Anderson was a chance. But I just want to. Is it a clear decision to go away from club captains to the marquee player?
Well, once again, I'm not the spokesperson for the All-Australian team.
But you are.
Okay, and in the past, there have been captains of the All-Australian team that aren't captains of their own club.
Yeah.
Buddy Franklin has been a captain. Tom Hawkins has been a captain of the All-Australian team. So it has been a title for recognition of long and outstanding performance. That's probably all I can say on that. Is it a conscious decision? I don't know. Everyone,
I don't mind it if that's the way we're going.
Well, you've seen that. Your Buddy was captain, I don't know, years ago, and you never would have thought Buddy. Well, he's never captain of his club. I don't think he would have spent a whole heap of time in the leadership group across his 20-year career. Tom Hawkins probably similar to Jeremy Cameron. So I think it's an outstanding honour for a player that has been at the top of his game for such a long period of time and was clearly one of the better performers individually for the year.
So is that not something that's discussed amongst the group?
Yeah, no, it's discussed.
Okay.
But it's just
so you were aware when you left that meeting he was going to be captain?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just building the facts.
Well,
I don't know whether someone else makes the decision on captain.
No, that's a collective decision, as they all are.
All of them?
Yep.
All right. Point number 2 on my little list here. How does Josh Battle get in the back pocket? Has he had it? Because the criteria that comes back to me every time we have this discussion is, have they had an All-Australian level year? And who would you take out if you're going to bring one in? Now, I think he's had a very good year. Has he had an All-Australian level year? Would be my question.
Who would you have selected in front of him?
I think Worrell's probably had a better season. I think Vlauston's probably had a better season. They would be the two that I think would consider themselves unlucky for that spot, put it that way.
You think Vlauston plays the similar role?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
What role?
But I'm
in what
not
way?
I think Battle takes the best opposition forward. I don't think Vlauston does that. And without, as I said, I'm not here to defend the team or whatever, but if you look at his record on the best this year, it's extraordinary for Josh Battle.
Extraordinary.
So his performance on the opposition's most dangerous forward was outstanding.
Extraordinary.
Is what I'll say. Yeah.
Wow.
His defensive performance on the best was extraordinary.
Very interesting.
So you think Vlauston was clearly, and then I think they played.
No, two names. So Worrell.
Yeah, Worrell. Once again, I think Worrell doesn't play the role that Battle plays.
Does Wilkie?
Yeah.
You just rated Battle season above Wilkie's, I guess. Is the discussion
as a 9-person selection committee?
Yeah, no, I'm not asking you specifically.
Well, you are, but
no. The only one I want to ask you specifically is about Aaron Norton, how he didn't make the squad, because I find that staggering. I had a few people send me some messages because they thought it was personal, and I said, no, that's unfair on you. But I will ask him. When you look at the goal kickers for the year, and I know you're going to say first 9 weeks, last sort of 13 or 14, Cameron Gunston, Ben King, Georgiades, Thilthorpe, Elliott and Darcy are the other top 8 goal kickers for the year. And Norton, who sits at 4, is not even in the squad. Logic? Reasoning?
Well, once again, Kingy, it's a 9-person selection.
Yeah, I know, but there'd be
committee.
an idea of why he's not there.
And, well,
You don't have to give specifics, but, why would the other guys be in front of him?
why do you think? What's your best guess? If you sat down at the round 12 point of selecting an All-Australian team, where do you think Aaron Norton would have been
At
on the
round
list
12?
of players halfway through the year?
Yeah, but I could
And
say
then
that-
Darcy
I could say
comes
that about a
back.
couple.
And his performance is great. And he had a stretch there where absolutely was worthy of All-Australian selection. But once again, there's some good forwards. The forward,
Not-
you seen
not
the
to make
forward line?
squad, though.
You seen the forward line?
I've seen the forward line.
It's pretty
yeah.
good.
It's a
pretty
very
good.
a very good. I'm glad you put Cozzy in there. I thought
Yeah.
that for a while there he was going to miss. I'm thrilled for Hugh McCluggage.
Yeah.
For him to be recognised, that's a pretty big deal on your CV when you've been through a premiership period with the club. You need to get that on your CV. Nasir at halfback's terrific. Bailey Dale, I think Bailey Dale gets in there. He's a top liner in our competition. He's almost welded to a halfback flank at the moment. Four mids on the bench doesn't sit well with me. I think
Which
that
one of those should have missed out?
No, not
Which
not,
one of
I think-
Dacos,
I just think there
Bontempelli,
should be-
Sarong or Rouse should
There
have
should
missed
have been
out?
a 7th defender there for me.
Well, Nick Dacos can play in defence.
Yeah,
He's played it pretty well.
Yeah, but Nick Dacos, if you've already got Nasir down there as
Yeah.
that style of
Well,
player.
if you want a 7th defender, Nick Dacos could adequately perform that role very, very well.
Isaac Heaney could
Very
play that
well.
role very well, but I don't think you've picked necessarily a 7th defender, which would be my critique.
So Nick
on
Dacos
that.
can't play as a 7th defender.
I don't think you picked him as a 7th defender.
Okay,
No,
all right.
that would be my one. I'm not
Well,
talking.
he's played a bit of footy there this year, across halfback at
Has he?
times.
Yeah. I don't think you picked him as a 7th
Anyway,
defender.
I find it.
So you're happy with the team?
Very happy, and I find the sooking and the whinging,
No whinging.
about it.
No
Not just
whinging.
you, but from and I get the passion. Everyone wants their player to be selected. I think you'll all understand it's not easy, and there's some players that had outstanding years that have been unlucky and have missed out.
Before we leave it, would you agree with me, just you personally, yes, you personally, would you say that Worrell was the most unlucky?
No, I think there was a couple of unlucky players. I loved Josh Worrell's season. I really did.
Who's the couple? Who's the other one?
Oh, you go through the squad.
I'm asking
no,
you.
because then I'll mention one, and then there's what about this guy? So there's nothing to gain by me sitting here and copping all the bullets when it's a 9-person selection committee, and as a collective, we're very happy with the team.
I think you watch more footy than anyone
Yeah,
else
I
on that
watch a bit
panel,
of
so I
footy.
want your opinion.
Yeah, but I think they watch a lot of footy as well.
Yeah, okay.
You don't, clearly.
No, I don't think they watch anywhere near as much as yourself. Nowhere near as much. And you're going to look for some new members next year. You're losing a couple, aren't you?
Well, I want you to.
I'm not
This is
coming.
this is what I'm advocating for.
Nope.
Because you are a vocal critic often of the All-Australian team, which is fine, which is your role.
I just pass on the message from the
is,
people.
and that's your role. I'm not critical of you, but I can't wait until you're on it.
No.
And I'm pushing hard for this to happen.
I would get Lee Montagna on there. I think
There's a couple of
he's one that watches it the most.
There's a couple of vacancies. I would think there's certainly one. I don't think Pav could be a CEO and
No.
sit on the All-Australian
Wouldn't watch the footy.
committee. And we'll see what happens with Bucks. I don't think you could be a senior coach and sit on the.
But it'd be
I
difficult.
don't think that's happened before.
That'd be difficult.
Now I don't know whether Bucks wants to coach or not. And by the way, he does a brilliant job on the All-Australian team, but I don't think he could be a coach. And so there may be a couple of vacancies.
Will you stay on there?
I don't know. We'll see.
Hang on. Is it a yes or will you
I'll
give me an
see.
answer?
Well, if I get asked.
Oh, if you get asked, you'll say
Yeah,
yes.
if I get asked,
Okay,
I'll say
good.
yes.
I just thought for a minute that you were shifting. Whew.
1300
Thought it stumbled across
736 if you want to change topic, because I find it just slightly boring, the whinging and sooking.
No, I think it's important to be recognised.
Yeah, no,
I think
I
it's
get
important for guys like Tristan Sherry, Nick Vlosten, who I don't think's ever been All-Australian. He's had a fantastic 4 or 5 years, maybe longer. What are we now? 20? Yeah, probably 7 or 8 years. And has been line ball a couple of times and missed out. I just thought maybe this time was probably his last opportunity. So that I'm a bit disappointed for those guys.
Hey, you know
That's
it's
all.
important that we keep ourselves accountable. At the start of the year,
Yeah, this is good.
we did our over-unders of where, so the market set the line of where they think.
Our friends at Sportsbet?
Yeah, Sportsbet set the line, and then we went, oh, okay, well, I sort of think this team will win more than that, or this team won't win as many as that. On the other side of this, we are going to review how we went.
And just for the ballers out there who know how Kane works, if he's generally beaten me at something, he brings it up again.
And I've definitely beaten him, so I will be bringing it up. Our over-unders. Let's get to this. Let's just whip through this. We've got a printout, and this is what we said, because it's important to keep ourselves accountable. And when we get stuff right, no one will remind us that we got it right. They only remind us when we got it wrong.
Yes, and we'll do the same again here.
All right, Adelaide. It was 11.5.
Yeah.
Which seems really low now. We both went over.
I said they underperformed last year and they were bouncing. You said you love their forward line, which is
I
bizarre
said,
because you've
I
done
love
nothing.
their forward line. Their
Put shit on
midfield
them
is
since.
solid. I think they easily go over and will win 13 home and away games.
Nice
They
work.
won 18.
They smacked it.
Brisbane. That was 14.5. It was a big
I wasn't
number.
sure on the 14.5.
It was a big number.
This is one of the ones I got wrong.
Yeah, it's because you Fagan. You just, any excuse
Nothing to do with
criticise
Fags.
our
Read
man,
the-
our
read-
main Fags.
Joe Danaher, massive loss. There you go. And hard to win a premiership
Well,
when you
they went
become the
over,
hunted.
so-
So well done to them.
Carlton was 13.5, which seems ridiculous now. We both went under. I said, I just can't trust their medical department. And you said, this is a tough one. I think the Nick Newman absence is significant. I'm going under, but could quite easily see them jump and run.
Nick Newman has been an absence.
You're a bit on the fence there.
Oh, well, I went under, you peanut.
We both
It's either
got-
over or under.
We
How
both
can you be
got
on the
this
fence?
wrong. We both got Collingwood wrong. It was 13.5. I said I think they missed the 8. I like their best 22, but if the older injury-prone players get injured, I think their depth will be exposed like few others.
Yeah, be better than last year, but they're ageing. Yep, no, we got that one wrong.
We got
Too
it
good
wrong.
for us
so
there.
in the
Well done,
end, they
Pies.
won 16. They take on Adelaide in the qualifying final. That's huge next Thursday night. We both got the Bombers right. It was 9.5.
No, I went over.
Oh, you went over?
Yeah. Third season, Brad.
Why'd you do that?
I thought this would be the bounce year,
What'd you
third
do
year.
that for?
I don't know why I did it.
I said
I don't
think,
even like them.
I said I think this is a bottom 4-ish year for Essendon. I'm not confident on them. Well,
You've said everyone was bottom four.
the
by the sound.
Volcano just nailed it because they were bottom 4.
Yeah, of course they were.
Our
bottom four.
Dockers.
What do we go with
now
our
that,
Dockers?
now that I'm in the tent?
Just read what I put next to mine, please, because we had to nominate a lock.
The over-under was 12.5, and they won 16. Not that you... But
Can
the way
you
you talk about
read
them,
that?
you think they won 8.
Read that.
Lock this one in.
It's a
Freo
lock.
are winning 13 games plus. Absolutely no doubt about
no
that.
doubt. They've been on board. I said they win the flag.
And I went over as well, so we nailed that. Now the Cats was
Oh,
13
guts
and a
uppers.
half.
Oh, I can't wait till next
I'm
week.
in the tent now at Freo.
What? You're in a tent?
I'm in the tent.
It's the only tent.
I'm in a few tents now.
What, Hawthorne?
Hawthorns, Brisbane. I'm in the tent. I'm in the tent at the Bombers.
I think you sucked.
I'm in the tent at the
Unbelievable.
Cats.
Yeah, I think Chris has a happy way of making everyone feel like they're in the tent.
Anyway,
No
13 and a
one's in the
half
tent.
was their over-under. I said I refuse to bet against this coach, Chris Scott. I think they play finals again and they'll be around the mark.
If Max Holmes can completely take over from Patrick Dangerfield, they'll blow past the 13.5.
Good
but I
call.
had them at unders because I was unsure.
So you're just on the fence. You needed to be more.
No, this is what we do at the start of the year.
Gold
We
Coast was
discuss.
11 and a half. I locked that in. Absolute lock over
was
that.
your
This
lock.
is the easiest of the lot. Gold Coast to win more than an 11 and a half. They're absolutely stacked.
Yep.
I want to talk.
Nice
I want
work.
more action, less talk. You went over as well.
Yeah. I'd just been to dinner with them, though, admittedly. I was
You'd
a bit,
had the margaritas.
I did. I had the margaritas and the
And
capricciosos.
the Wagyu beef.
Yeah, I had Wagyu on me capriccioso, admittedly. It's a strange mix, but a nice mix.
I want
And
that
tell you
invite
what's-
next year.
it's-
I want that invite next year.
You talk about tents, right? How many are taking you out to dinner?
Well, I want to be in that one. I've been all on them. I said
None.
I'd get a
No one wants to
friggin'
mix with you. They're happy to talk with you. They don't want to dine with you.
fireball in my head.
I'm knocking 'em
if
back.
They didn't. If they didn't make
I
me
can't
eight.
wait for Justin to ring
The
me.
Giants, we both had over because you were also in the tent at the Giants with our man. That was 14 and a half.
Yeah, I still. They're a discussion. I'm going to have a good chat with you about them later on.
Okay. My Hawks, I had over, which was right again.
Both had over.
We both had over. We both got Melbourne right.
Yeah.
11.5. Feels more of a reset, kind of a rebuild. Talk a lot about their younger players type of year.
I don't think we knew about Love at that stage.
Port Adelaide's over-under was 13.5, which was ridiculous. We both went under that. And the minute they sacked their coach and kept him in the job, we probably should have gone right under.
You weren't as strong with me at the time.
No,
you weren't.
Have you seen my walk and talk from February with my shirt off?
What about the previous one, the previous discussion when they said, oh, no, we're going to re-sign him in August? You weren't with me on that one.
Yeah, well, you couldn't sack the coach after he made the prelim, could you?
Well, wouldn't you wait till the end of the year? We had that discussion.
You still would have signed him.
Stupid.
You still would have signed him. North Melbourne, I got wrong. I'm not sure it's entirely my fault, though.
I got it wrong as well.
5.5.
You went with a lock.
Well, if you can't win...
Hang on.
They won 5.
You went with a lock.
If you can't win 6 games in year 10 of a rebuild with the experienced players that you brought in, something is wrong.
Forget your locks, Ron.
So I said, if they're not winning 6 games this year, I'll be absolutely staggered. This is an absolute lock. Lock it in.
Yeah,
and your Kangaroos let us down again.
All right. Well, the Tigers, we got the Tigers wrong. I thought they were only going to win a couple of games for the year.
Yeah, it was 2.5. They're over under. I went over. We both got the Saints right. Just. The Saints.
I said development phase, and you said I think they're bottom 4.
Yeah, well, they
Minister of Doom over here.
Well, they were equal 13th, so it's not far off bottom 4, is it? And if
it's far enough away if you're a Saints fan.
If they didn't cock it up against Melbourne when they were 9 goals down, that probably was probably spot on. I went over on Sydney. That was wrong. You went under. You were right. So well done. And West Coast, I went over 5.5. They were under. You went over as well. That was both wrong. And the Dogs?
Yeah. I think they'll miss the 8, you said.
Well, that's right, isn't it?
Wow, that's a good get.
That's right.
Is this why we're backing over this?
Well...
And what about mine? Sam Darcy is the man. He could be the biggest thing in footy in 2025.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Thank you very much.
And you went over there 12.5, so you win that one. All right. Which team were you most right or wrong about this year? 0433 98 11 16. Let us know.
Yeah, well, I want a little window into what people are thinking about the teams that they follow that have missed the 8. What needs to happen for them to bounce back into contention?
Yeah. All right. This is in the gun. Do you remember who you had last week? Because I've forgotten who I had.
Last week.
Sammy Watson's been busy putting together an all-timer of a show this morning.
Are you saying too busy?
I had the Port Adelaide crowd in the gun, and yeah,
Port Adelaide crowd,
because I thought that there may not have been the reception that Kenny deserved, but full credit to them, 40,000 plus to send off Boakey and Kenny in the right way.
I was nervous about Hayden
You
Young.
were very nervous.
And I'll tell you what, if he didn't play, might have been a bit of turmoil. So he was terrific.
Are you saying you ballsed that?
Ballsed it. No,
you said you wouldn't have played him.
In the guns, that's what it's about.
You wouldn't have played him.
Yeah, exactly what I said.
Give it a bit of credit to Justin for taking the risk, managing his minutes.
It's not what we do in the gun.
Give him the credit for taking a risk at selection in a cutthroat game.
Great work. I'm proud of your work. We're off to the Bahamas, baby.
No, he's not. Not now. He's got business.
No, he's not going for a couple of weeks.
Anyway, that was in the gun.
I'm putting a tour together.
Sorry, this is in the gun for Grays.com, Australia's leading online auction marketplace. Who have you got in the gun?
We touched on
the weekend off.
We touched on it earlier. So it's now becoming corporate lunch season, right? As we enter the finals campaigns and then the
So what's your message to those that get up there and they feel like they're speaking off the record?
No one's speaking off the record.
No.
But my in the gun are the pickles that want to video it and play gotcha, or the journos, or the what are they called? The entertainment journos who want to then write it in the paper. Like it just ruins functions.
But
keep it in house.
But it clicks its socks off.
It probably does. It probably does. But I don't.
Example of that during the week.
Well, there may have been an example or two during the week, but I think that these functions, sometimes people say things for a bit of humour. They don't really mean what they're saying. A bit of levity. Let them go. If you're going to write and report everything.
What about if you are speaking at one of these functions, just think to yourself, what you are saying is on the record.
Yeah, but
that's how you have to treat it.
Sometimes a little bit.
And I know that's not as entertaining as it used to be.
Boring. No one's going to go to functions. It's going to be just nonsense. You just sit there and have your bit of chicken or steak and go home. It'd be boring. So I think we need those who are doing the reporting just to back off a little and put your phone down and enjoy some
Right.
light-hearted banter.
My in the gun is to those that cry and sook and moan about the All-Australian team each and every year. So you are all of you in the gun for Grays.com, Australia's
just
leading
get it
online
right.
auction marketplace. It's easy to buy and sell with Grays.
The other breaking news for those out there that love their NFL is that Micah Parsons
I
has left the
know.
Cowboys and has gone to the Green Bay Packers. So if you're in your NFL fantasy drafts or you've just had one, get the Packers defense immediately.
So this is crazy to think on, when's the season start? September 6th.
Yeah.
Like that you can have the best player in his position traded under a week before the season. So the season starts in a week.
Yeah.
Traded. Do we need more movement like that? Is
That's
that good? Is that good? Imagine Fireball right now. This would be the equivalent of Harris Andrews being traded to, let's say, I don't know, St Kilda, 6 days before the season starts.
Amazing, isn't it?
It would go crazy. Is that good for the game or not?
Well, I think it's great for the game. I like it because I think it gives chance for teams that are stuck at the bottom of the ladder to get rolling and get. I like what St Kilda are doing right now. They're having a go
Yeah,
at
so do I.
everyone.
I love it.
We want to get better. We need you. We need you. We need you. And I know they're paying overs for some, and it's going to bring some pressure on those individuals, and how they handle that is going to be a challenge. But if you've got 5 guys at your club that you all know you're paying overs for, but you had to pay overs to get them, it's not a bad space.
So
to
this
be.
he's in contract. I think he's got a year to go, and he says, I'm not getting paid enough. And I'm the best player in my position, so I want to be the highest paid player in that position. He was looking for a contract of 40+ mil. They couldn't come to an agreement with the team, and the owner, Jerry Jones, those that have seen the Gambler, the documentary on Netflix, would understand his method of business. So he starts to sook it up a little bit. The club pushes back, and he says, okay, well, then there's the threat that he won't turn up for the first game of the season. Traded. Is that good? It's like Zach Merritt saying, I'm not getting paid enough. I'm under contract, but if you don't give me a contract increase, I'm sitting out. I'm not going to be there for round 1. And they say, okay, we'll call your bluff. Couldn't sort it out. Well, we're trading you to Geelong. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's good or bad. I'm just asking the question.
I don't know, but it's exciting.
That is it. Bailey Smith last night, I didn't see any of the All-Australian awards, but I know you wanted to play this and then discuss it on the back.
It was about a year ago. I got out of a psych ward. I was in Epworth, Campbell for like 4 weeks, and I got like a couple of hours out a day, and I spent that sort of training, and I went through a really dark time, and I didn't think I'd get to, I suppose, the other side, and I'm super grateful to be here through the support of my family, my manager Robbie, been there sort of through the shocking times, and I know it's just an injury, but until you sort of experience it and have a sense of identity sort of taken away from you, and then sort of go through some teething issues with, I don't know, moving clubs and outside noise, and still trying to just grow up and rehab a knee. I'm super grateful to be on the other side of it, and wouldn't change it for the world, but certainly surprised to be where I am today. Yeah,
loved it. I just loved his honesty and the fact he's prepared to share that and put it out there, and he's prepared to put everything out there. He's just he's a different beast, and I don't know if there's been anyone in the AFL industry, or every person in the AFL industry that's had a better year than Bailey Smith. Shares the award last night, is the equal favourite for the Brownlow, is involved with a team that's charging towards
Had the CEO visit his house.
He's putting on the kettle for the CEO, and we don't know what that discussion was about.
Dating life has gone crazy.
He's just a walking headline and handling it perfectly.
Great endorsements with Tinder.
What an unbelievable year he's had.
Brilliant.
So I think the footy community needs to wrap their arms around this guy. I know there was some frustration when it all was going pear-shaped at the Dogs from maybe their end and a little bit of Bailey's as well, but well done to the young man for putting all this forward, because there's a lot of people out there struggling that need these sort of stories to be told, so they've got something to attach themselves to. So there is light at the end of the tunnel, and this guy's prepared to do it.
So I think there's 2 individual performances that have stood out to me this year from an on-field point of view, that goes to show what these 2 players are made of. One's Nasiah, to play the way that he played with the circus that was his future, and the other one's Bailey Smith, to actually perform his on-field role as well as he has with everything going on outside and the pressure that he's under, shows to me how mentally tough, both for different reasons, clearly, that both of those players are. And the fact that Bailey, who we didn't know a whole lot about prior to this year, there was a bit of mystique about him and a bit of intrigue. He didn't do a whole lot of media or anything. We saw the online stuff, but now we're starting to get an insight into the person that he is. Brilliant. So well handled by Howie, as you said earlier, and well done to Bailey, and then also well done to the Geelong Footy Club for allowing him to be the individual that he is, and his teammates as well that have allowed that. So I thought it was brilliant when I read that in the paper this morning. 0433 98 11 16. We spoke to Nick Dacos moments ago, the AFL MVP award winner. He's another All-Australian and one of the favourites for the Brownlow. And this, we asked him who he would have voted for his MVP this year. Who would you have given your vote to?
Zach Butters. He's my man. I think he's the best player in the competition. Does it all. He's as tough as they come. He rises to the occasion. Quick, powerful. He's my favourite player. I can't speak more highly of him. I love watching him play, and I think he's probably the most complete footballer there is.
I see your Ken Hinkley conspiracy theory about wherever Ken goes, Zach goes. Enter Nick Dacos into the plan. Nothing happens by accident, footy. He's going to be available, Zach.
And for Collingwood, a free agent. So that's the critical thing here. They don't have the picks to get him. They've sold the farm. But they can get free agents. So
you get an opportunity. Let's talk him up. And Zach, Nick would clearly love the way he plays because he's a beauty. He's a top liner. But if you can picture Zach Butters running next to Nick Dacos.
Imagine that.
Oh, my.
Imagine Butters and Dacos. And Butters is just sitting there going, like Nasiah, my price just goes up and up and up. Nick Dacos has just called me the best player in the comp.
And if I go there, they're not tagging me. They're tagging the other bloke.